So today we're gonna take a look at Bandai's Mach Baron. This is part of their Jumbo series. I think they're trying to relive those Shogun toys from the 70s. And this is their third release from that line, I think. And yeah, this is Mach Baron. It's basically not a cartoon. It's based off of a live action type of series. It was one of those like Power Rangers, Ultraman type of shows. Pretty goofy. I think the whole series is on YouTube if you guys are interested. I watched a few of it. It's pretty goofy. Yeah, so this is what it comes with. If you could see that. I wonder if it's in focus. Yeah. So it comes with some boob missiles, his fist launches like the other Jumbo figures I have. And you can interchange his hands with Machinder's missile finger bits. So I'll try that later. And yeah, I really like the box as well. It's very artsy. Maybe I'll put it somewhere as decoration. Along with that, he does come with this vehicle. It's called the Mach Trigger. So it's one of those vehicle pilot things. It goes in his foot and the pilot will have an elevator just shoot up into his head and he'll pilot the thing. And yeah, that's basically it. That's all I know about this. I just like the way it looks. I did miss the pre-order on this guy, but I did find a seller who was selling it for pretty damn cheap, so I was glad I found him. So with that being said, let's take a look at this red boy. And here's the Mach Baron, and he is very, very red. I think that's one of the things I don't like about this, because of his, it's just one red. It's just very red. There's no breakage in color. But this is basically the design of the robot in the show, so can't really complain. So yeah. With that being said, let's take a closer gander at him. And here's a closer look at Mach Baron. Now, upon my research, I discovered that this is a second iteration of this robot. I think the first one was called the Red Baron that looks like this. Yeah, he's a pretty goofy looking guy, and I think there was some, I don't know, licensing thing or a company went bankrupt. So this is like a reimagining of that robot. So they renamed him Mach Baron, or Super Robot Mach Baron. And yeah, that's basically the history. That's all I know. I didn't really want to go into it. But if you guys, just a little tidbit of history for this weird robot. Because after looking at it, I was like, what is this guy about, you know? So I did some research and I found that out. Let's see if I could do a turny turns. Like I said, he's very red, very plain. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any, like, the colors don't really break. What I mean by break is like the legs are red where it could have been something else, but this is true to form to the original Jumbo toy that looks like this, which I honestly prefer because this new one lacks weapon storage. As you can see, the head doesn't have the missile holder thingies that the old one has, which sucks. I kind of like these Jumbos having the missiles like on the legs, on the shoulders and stuff like that. But this one doesn't have it. Oh well. Now his belt is rubber, hard rubber. It's flexible. And his little shoulder pad things are also... Let's squish him. Squish. Oh, squish, 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 squish. So it's one of those squishy materials, so be careful. I don't know what the test of time will do to that, but as long as you don't touch it, I think it'll be okay. It does seem a bit thin, the material. So with that being said, he does come with a few things. He comes with these chest pieces that launches out of his chest. Let's see, yeah. So you could plug those in if you want. And how you launch them is if you can see those two plungers there, just press on those and they'll launch. So that's how he looks like with his boobs, or his bra, basically, his boob armor. And you can launch them, and the spring is pretty strong, so I'll maybe just do one. Yep, that's how it looks like. And apart from that, he does come with 4 missiles. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like the Machinder missiles. It's its own type of design. Kind of weird. As you can see, this is the Machinder missile, and this is the Mach Baron missile, so it's different. But it does have the same construction end, so maybe it could launch? Let's try. So 1 boob in. Okay, that's lost forever. Next. Oh yeah, it fits. The Machinder missile fits his boob. And it does fire, so yeah. The missiles for each jumbo figure are interchangeable. Along with that, he does come with these fists. I forgot what they're called, but I'll put it on screen. I did research it, then I forgot the name. This is basically his end game weapon. Here's a clip. I think he uses this just to finish the fight. It's kind of like pretty brutal. These are like very brutal looking knuckle dusters. Which is weird. I don't know why they sculpted a new hand where they could just maybe put slots to maybe just eject the blades out. I don't know. What do I know about toy making? So these do launch, but they don't launch as far as the missiles. Hope the camera's okay. Yeah. Doop. Doop. And he comes with this, the Mach trigger, which is the car. Weirdly enough, it comes in its own box. The other 2 Machinders don't really have boxes for them. So this is the box the Mach trigger comes with. Doop. Doop. And this is the Mach trigger. So here's a clip of how it works. This car without the wings goes into the foot, and basically he just transports the pilot into the robot's head, I guess. Now this Mach trigger has a wing thing going on for it. Again, I don't really know the story. I don't really watch the show, but it looks cool. Go. It's not die cast. It's all plastic, but it does fit into his foot pretty well. And you can articulate the wings. Yeah. Doop. And finally, he does come with a instruction manual. So just, you know, it shows you what it comes with, just to cross-check that you have everything, the functionalities and stuff like that. That's weird. Oh no, that's I thought it could do that. So basically, this is a comparison between the old Mach Baron and the new one. So as you can see, the new one's a bit slimmer. It doesn't have the missile holding thing on the head. Unfortunately, I kind of like that look. That's a nice look. That's a very retro look. Don't know why they didn't really do that for this. That's the functions and yeah, basically the do's and do nots about this figure. And yeah, let me see if there's anything else. Yeah, I think I basically covered everything about this large figure. Let's try to interchange his hands with the finger launching bits from the Mazingers. And here is Mach Baron with Great Mazinger's missile fists and Mazinger's missile fists. You can see it is interchangeable. You just have to rip out his forearm, basically. But it does fit if you want to display him like this. And yeah, that's about it really about this guy. Not much to talk about. So with that being said, let's take a closer gander at him. Before we do any close-ups with Mach Baron, I just want to show you the size comparisons of the Mach trigger with the other jumbo vehicle pilot things. Just in case you guys are wondering how big this car is in scale with the other vehicle head things. And yeah, there's your answer. So with that being said, let's take a closer gander at Mach Baron. And here's a close-up of the Mach Baron. So this is his face. If my camera can focus. It's one solid color, so my camera freaks out. So you got the two plungers there for his boob rockets. His shoulder pads, which kind of reminds me of the vacuum hose. It's a bit squishy. So you got the button there to release the fists. So I got one with and without the knife. You got his belt, which is a hard, flexible type of plastic. Got his emblem there. So moving down, got his feet. And the Mach trigger, basically where it goes to launch the pilot up to the cockpit, I guess. Now it's not magnetized. This is basically friction that's holding this car in, so be careful, it might roll away. And moving down, you got his rollerblades. And there's nothing much to say about the back. It's just, yeah, it's just a back really. So you got some textures on the head. And yeah, that's about it really. This is the Mach Baron. So, with that being said, let's try and find a place for him in my room. And this is where I'm going to stick the Mach Baron. Basically on the floor with the other jumbos I have. Mazinger, Great Mazinger. Yeah, not that one. That was a mistake. So yeah, there is another jumbo that's been announced. Which is this. I think it's called the UFO Grandizer, and it looks insane. So I pre-ordered that right away. I didn't have to think about it. And the next day I saw that it was sold out. So I think I mentioned this before with Mazinger. These guys do sell out real quick. And who knows, they might reissue him again like they did with Mazinger. This is a reissue of a reissue, so I don't know, you guys might get lucky. But if you have a chance to get them at a decent price, I suggest you do it, because the resale value is insane. Now, what do I think about this guy? I like him, don't get me wrong. He's a big, derpy looking robot from the 70s. But I just wish he had those rocket storage on his head. That's one of the derpiness I liked about the old one. This one looked a bit too streamlined. And the red is bothering me a bit, but not so much. He's just a very big red robot. Maybe different shades of red would have been cool, but you know, it's true to form to the old toy, so that's kind of a weird thing to complain about. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this Mach Baron or the other jumbos that's out or that's coming out. Right now, the UFO Grandizer and the Great Radine is on its way. So, with that being said, thanks for watching. And as always, go get 'em.